Now, I have an idea on how I could possibly make this machine lean into a turn. Now, if the way that this is set up right now, if we leave it how it is and take it for a ride, if I go around a sharp corner due to the springs being light and just one wheel in the back, if I take a right turn, this thing, or a left turn for me, this frame is going to lean to the right, so making it to where these tires lose traction and this thing's going to probably end up in a ditch. So now if this idea that I have works, it'll make it to where when I turn the steering wheel, not only will the tires turn, but the frame will also lean in that direction, making it to where the tires, these motorcycle tires, which are designed to lean into a turn, will actually lean into the turn. So I have no idea if this is going to work or not. It's one of those ideas that I just want to try. Worst case, if it doesn't work, we can just end up reinstalling all this stuff and bring it back to the way it is now. If it does end up working, then awesome, amazing. I just made something that's even 10 times better than it is now. So I just want to try it and just see if I can make it work.
Oh my lord! What have I done? Look at this thing! That is a lot of moving parts. Holy crap. Alright. It's a lot of moving parts, but I think it will work. It's been on bricks this whole time, so I'm gonna take the bricks off. Let's hope that this works. Oh. Oh. Is it working? It's supposed to be leaning this way. It's more just making the frame squat down. Maybe it'll work better when I'm driving it. So do you see what I'm trying to go for here? When I turn the wheels, one goes down, the other comes up, making this thing tilt. That's what I'm trying to do, and it kind of works when this thing's on the stand, but I don't know. Is this going to work? I have no idea. I readjusted some things. Apparently this was moving all over the place. I welded something on there to hopefully keep it in position. So let's try that to see if that does anything. That's what I was trying to get this thing to do. To lean into the turns, but I mean, it's kind of working, but you have to like encourage it to move to the side. So, did I just spend 3 days on something that's not going to work? Now, this is a good proof of concept, but I don't think that this would last for very long. Now, there's a couple things that I can change, that I can make stronger. There's a lot of force that is required to move this entire mechanism, to make this entire frame lean back and forth. And I'm kind of asking a lot for this small rack and pinion. I'm asking for it to do a lot, to not only turn the wheels, but to move this entire mechanism and to make this entire frame lean back and forth. And I don't think that this rack and pinion is designed to have forces like this. Now, this rack and pinion from Go Power Sports works great, works amazing. I'm just asking too much for it. So I've been trying to figure out, like, how can I make this better? How can I redesign this to make this work? I thought of getting one of an old truck steering boxes, basically just a giant worm gear. Thought about getting one of those, but then they're super heavy, they're expensive, and it wouldn't really solve that much. I think the easiest way to do this would be to just simply make a custom-made rack and pinion that's bigger, beefier, and capable of handling the forces I'm asking it to do. So I think that that's just going to be the easiest way to make this work. It's going to take a little bit to make the rack and pinion, but I think it should be worth it. I think it'll make this whole thing work.
Alright, so it does seem to work. I mean, it does make it to where the frame leans into a turn. I will admit it now is a little bit hard to turn the wheel, but it does seem to work. It makes the frame lean, the tires lean into the turn. So, in theory, it should work. As far as this now being hard to move, worst case, I can always put power steering on this thing later on. Just like I did the VF1000, wouldn't be that big a deal. But now, we have no idea if this is going to work or not. Really, the only way to test to see if it'll work is to test drive it, and we can't do that yet until we finish this, or not finish it, but get it drivable. And we still have a lot of work to do to this thing before we can do that. So, for now, we have no idea if this works. We have no idea if the 2.5 weeks I spent making this, or making the mechanism work, was for nothing. So, anyway, for now, this video has been taking forever to make. I need to finish it. We started this video with the pedals. I wanted to finish it with finishing the pedals, but this video has been taking so long to make. I need to move on and start working on something else. But for now, I gotta end this video here. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see ya in the next video. Well, I guess I gotta make a new one. I can't really salvage this. But, oh well.